Michael Jackson wasn't just a pop star. He was a cultural force who reshaped music, dance, and performance forever. From his humble beginnings in Gary, Indiana, to becoming the king of pop, his journey was both spectacular and turbulent. His voice, moves, and vision made him a global icon. But the same fame that lifted him to unimaginable heights also brought crushing pressures. Behind the sequined glove and moonwalk was a man constantly balancing genius with vulnerability. Today we'll step beyond the hits and headlines to explore the real Michael Jackson, the triumphs that cemented his place in history, and the struggles that haunted him until his final days. Born in 1958 as the eighth of 10 children, Michael Jackson grew up in Gary, Indiana, in a modest home. His father, Joe Jackson, recognized the musical talent in his children and formed the Jackson 5. Michael, just a child, quickly emerged as the group's standout with his remarkable voice and captivating stage presence. By age 11, he was performing on national television, astonishing audiences with his confidence and maturity. This early fame gave him opportunities most could only dream of, but it also meant giving up a normal childhood. Even in those early years, the expectation to deliver perfection became a constant in his young life. In the late 1960s, the Jackson 5 signed with Motown Records and quickly became a sensation. Their first four singles, I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There, all reached #1 on the Billboard charts, an unprecedented feat. Michael, as the youngest member, was the face and voice of the group, winning over audiences worldwide. Behind the excitement, however, the schedule was grueling, and Joe Jackson's strict management style kept the brothers under intense pressure. While this period built Michael's discipline and honed his artistry, it also planted the seeds of a perfectionism and insecurity that would follow him throughout his career. While still performing with his brothers, Michael began exploring a solo career. In 1979, he released Off the Wall, produced by Quincy Jones. The album blended pop, R&B, and disco, producing hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. It sold millions worldwide and earned Michael his first Grammy, proving he could succeed outside the Jackson 5. For Michael, this was just the start. He was determined to push the boundaries of what pop music could be. The album's success established him as a solo star, but also set the stage for an even greater leap into music history. In 1982, Michael released Thriller, a cultural milestone that redefined music and entertainment. The album produced groundbreaking videos for Beat It, Billie Jean, and the title track, mini-movies that transformed MTV and music marketing. Thriller became the best-selling album of all time, moving over 66 million copies globally. Michael's fusion of pop, rock, and R&B attracted fans across all demographics, breaking racial and cultural barriers. At the height of his fame, he was more than a musician. He was a worldwide phenomenon. Yet with each achievement, the pressure grew, and the demand for Michael to outdo himself became a never-ending challenge. In 1983, Michael's Motown 25 performance of Billie Jean introduced the Moonwalk, instantly cementing it as one of the most iconic dance moves in history. His seamless combination of vocal power and choreographed precision set him apart from every other performer of his time. Concerts became elaborate productions, with every detail meticulously planned to create an unforgettable experience. Michael's dedication to innovation and perfection made his live shows legendary, but it came at a cost. The physical demands, constant rehearsals, and creative pressures pushed him to exhaustion, leaving little space for personal downtime or a life outside of performance. Before Michael, MTV largely ignored videos by Black artists. That changed when Billie Jean became impossible to ignore, forcing the network to diversify its lineup. Michael's success opened the door for countless other Black musicians to reach mainstream audiences. His collaborations with artists like Paul McCartney and Eddie Van Halen blurred genre lines, showing that pop could unite different musical worlds. By consistently topping charts around the globe, he proved that music could transcend race, geography, and culture. However, while he broke barriers for others, he still faced racism and relentless media scrutiny that often tried to overshadow his artistry. Michael's fame reached levels few could imagine. Everywhere he went, he was mobbed by fans and trailed by paparazzi. His relationships, appearance, and lifestyle became constant topics for tabloids. Fame gave him influence and wealth, but it also stripped away privacy and trust. People close to him sometimes sold stories, leaving him unsure who truly had his best interests at heart. While millions adored him, the isolation was crushing. The bigger his success grew, the smaller his personal world became, a paradox of fame that made it hard for him to feel safe or understood, even in his own home. Over the years, Michael's appearance changed dramatically, sparking endless speculation. He revealed he had vitiligo, a skin condition causing depigmentation, and admitted to undergoing plastic surgeries. But the media often twisted these changes into cruel narratives. For Michael, the focus on his looks was deeply painful, adding to the insecurities already formed in childhood. His perfectionism drove him to control every aspect of his image, sometimes to extremes. While his artistry never faltered, public fascination with his appearance began to overshadow his music, creating a distraction from the work he poured his heart and soul into creating. In the 1990s and 2000s, Michael faced multiple allegations of child sexual abuse. He denied all claims, and some were settled out of court, while others led to trials ending in acquittals. Regardless of the outcomes, the damage to his reputation was immense. Media coverage was relentless, and public opinion became polarized. These years were some of the most emotionally and financially draining of his life, overshadowing his music and philanthropy. While he continued to work, the shadow of these accusations never fully lifted, leaving a lasting impact on how he was viewed both in the industry and by the public. Despite the controversies, Michael kept creating. Albums like History and Invincible achieved commercial success, though they didn't reach his earlier heights. In 2009, he announced This Is It, a 50-show London residency intended as a spectacular comeback. Rehearsal footage revealed flashes of his old brilliance, sharp choreography, powerful vocals, and boundless creativity. Fans eagerly awaited his return, hoping to see the king of pop reclaim his place on stage. Behind the scenes, however, the intense preparation took a toll on his health, and the demands of delivering perfection once again weighed heavily on him. On June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson died from acute propofol intoxication, administered by his personal physician. He was 50 years old. His death shocked the world, triggering an outpouring of grief from millions of fans. Just weeks before, he had been rehearsing tirelessly for This Is It, aiming to make his grand return. The release of the This Is It documentary later that year offered a glimpse into his work ethic and vision, leaving many to wonder what might have been. His passing marked the end of an era and cemented his status as one of the most influential entertainers in history. Michael Jackson's influence extends far beyond his lifetime. His music, dance moves, and groundbreaking videos continue to inspire artists across genres and generations. From Beyoncé to Bruno Mars, countless performers cite him as a major influence. His records still sell in the millions, and his performances remain benchmarks for live entertainment. Despite the controversies, his contributions to culture are undeniable. He didn't just entertain, he innovated, challenged norms, and brought people together through music. Though the man is gone, the Moonwalk endures, forever symbolizing the magic of an artist who redefined what it means to be a global superstar. Michael Jackson's life was a mix of unmatched talent, relentless ambition, and the heavy cost of global fame. He gave the world music and moments that will never be forgotten, even as he battled pressures most could never imagine. His story is a reminder that behind every legend is a human being with struggles and dreams. If this journey into the man behind the moonwalk moved you, hit that like button, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to Behind the Glory. The more we look past the headlines, the more we can appreciate the real stories that shaped history's biggest icons.